So up till now from the heterocyclic compounds we have discussed five-membered heterocyclic compounds containing mono heterocycle, that is mono atomic heterocycle, that is furan, thiophene and pyrrole. In last lecture we have started a discussion on heterocyclic compound containing two heteroatoms in its structure. Again it is also a five-membered ring in which two heteroatoms are there. Two nitrogen atom containing ring we have discussed, that is pyrazole. But the position of pyrazole in the case of uh, nitrogen atom is 1 and 2. Now today we are going to start new one heterocyclic compound, one more new heterocyclic compound, in which the position of the heterocycle nitrogen atom or the position of heteroatom is at first and third position. So the position of heteroatom in the case of imidazole, it is at uh, first position and the third position. Means in between both of these nitrogen atom there is presence of one of the carbon atom. So this five-membered heterocyclic compound containing nitrogen atom, that is aza atoms at first and third position. That's why it is also known as 1,3-azole. Whereas in the case of pyrazole, it is known as 1,2-azole because both the nitrogen atoms are nearer to each other. But in the case of imidazole, there is presence of nitrogen atom uh, alternate position because one of the carbon atom is shared in between these two nitrogen atom. Now, in the case of imidazole molecule, this nitrogen atom, as it is going to bear or it is going to have the pair of electrons on its head, so this nitrogen atom behaves the properties like pyridine like nitrogen. In the case of pyrazole, we have discussed the same thing. So the nitrogen atom which is shared in between the at third position, it is going to behave the property, or he is going to behave like a pyridine like nitrogen. And in the case of this first nitrogen, as it is already attached to the hydrogen atom, this nitrogen atom is going to behave as a pyrrole like nitrogen. Now, as in the case of imidazole molecule, this imidazole molecule, both the nitrogen atom, one which is going to behave as a pyridine nitrogen and another going to behave as a pyrrole like nitrogen. So it is aromatic in nature. That means imidazole is aromatic in nature, and the reason behind their aromaticities are imidazole is going to have a presence of 3 carbon atom, 2 nitrogen atom, and all which are there in the 3 carbon and 2 nitrogen atom, they are all sp2 hybridized. Now, he is also going to have a 6 number of electrons, that are 3 from the 3 carbon atom, 1 from 1 nitrogen atom, and the another 2 are there which are from the pyridine behaving like nitrogen atom. So all these 6 nitrogen atoms are involved in to imparting aromaticity to the compound. So all the p orbitals which are there in the case of carbon and nitrogen, they are sp2 hybridized. As the structure is planar in nature, it make a planar imidazole ring structure. Each ring atom also contain unhybridized p orbital, that is, they are perpendicular to the sigma bond of nitrogen and hydrogen atom. The p orbitals which are parallel to each other, see, these all p orbitals are parallel to each other. They are going to create a pi cloud of electron. So they are going to delocalize the position of these electrons in between them. So they are going to form the pi cloud of electrons. All are sp2 hybridized. So due to the generation of pi cloud of electrons from these 3 carbon atoms, 3 hydrogen atoms of the 3 carbon atoms, then 1 from the nitrogen atom and 2 from the pyridine like nitrogen atom. Basically, these all 6 electrons are involved in imparting the aromaticity to the compound of imidazole. So as these 6 nitrogen atoms are there in the case of imidazole, they are going to obey the Hooke's rule. That's why imidazole is aromatic in nature. Now, in the case of imidazole, he is also going to obey the tautomeric structure. So he is going to show the tautomerism. See, already we have discussed the structure of imidazole molecule. This nitrogen atom is going to behave as a pyrrole and this one like a pyridine. So they will not allow the substitution will be taken place at the second position of the carbon atom due to the steric hindrance property. So generally substitutions or the addition reaction generally happens at the position number 4 and position number 5. Now, as the structure is too much compact, he is going to give only 3 resonating structures of this tautomeric, or he is going to give the 3 tautomeric forms of the structure. Now, the 4-methyl imidazole equilibriums with the 5-methyl imidazole. So that's why, due to the compact structure of the imidazole molecule, he is generally imparting the substitution position as 4th and 5th position. Both of them are going to show the similar properties if it is they are substituted at 4th position and if they are substituted at 5th position. Now the nitrogen atom which is going to behave as a pyridine like nitrogen, he is going to form a bond as he is going to possess a lone pair of electron, he is going to form a bond with a hydrogen bond and with another imidazole molecule. So there must be an existence of hydrogen bonding in the imidazole molecule. Now we are moving towards the synthesis of imidazole molecule. Now, when this imidazole molecule, if it is fused with a benzene molecule, then it is known as benzimidazole, and this benzimidazole is quite having too much of applications in the synthesis of several pharmaceutical compounds, several pharmaceutical agents. So this benzimidazole use has its own application in the synthesis of many drug molecules. Now we are moving towards the synthesis of imidazole molecule. The first synthesis method of imidazole is Redick-Squee method of imidazole synthesis. Now what is this Redick-Squee method of imidazole synthesis? In which we are going to synthesize the imidazole molecule from a dicarbonyl compound. So we are going to use a starting material as a dicarbonyl compound, which is first of all react with the ammonia to form diimine derivative. And this diimine derivative later on will react with an aldehyde to form imidazole molecule. Now basically this step is used widely and probably most important synthetic step for the synthesis of imidazole. It consists of condensation reaction between this dicarbonyl compound with ammonia. This is step number 1, that is synthesis of imidazole, in which the step number 1 is uh, condensation of dicarbonyl compound with the ammonia, which will give the diimine derivative in the presence of ammonia. And this diimine later on again in stage number 2 or step number 2, again it will condense with an aldehyde molecule. So simple cyclization reaction is there to synthesize pyrazole to synthesize imidazole molecule. So this probably, or this is basically happening in the 2 steps: formation of diimine and again condensation with an aldehyde. So this diimine will be added this carbon atom from the aldehyde nucleus. So there is formation of an imidazole molecule. Now the next synthesis method from the of imidazole is from an alpha halocarbonyl compounds. Now from the alpha halocarbonyl compounds, Okay, so the sorry for the inconvenience. So the second method used for the synthesis of imidazole molecule is from alpha halocarbonyl compounds. So the synthesis of this imidazole from alpha halocarbonyl compounds involve the reaction between the alpha haloketone with an amidine. Now this amidine will react with this alpha haloketone to form a substituted imidazole. Now see, already we have discussed generally the substitution will be happening at fourth and fifth position. But here we are, the starting material which we are going to use is alpha halocarbonyl compounds, in which already the fourth and fifth position is substituted with another moieties. That's why the substitution will be happening at the third position, and there is second position, so there is synthesis of substituted imidazole. And if haloketone we are using, then substituted imidazole we are going to synthesize. Again, we can use alpha hydroxyketone. See here, instead of haloketone we are going to use the hydroxyketone for the synthesis of imidazole, in which the alpha hydroxyketone again will react with an amidine molecule to synthesize again substituted imidazole by simply dehydration reaction. So this is applied successfully for the synthesis of this particular procedure, generally applied for the synthesis of 2,4 and 2,5 diphenyl imidazole. See, very important point with respect to this synthesis